Looks like we've already got a couple people in here. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody that was already waiting. Big docket today, yes.
Dropping lines, getting underway, Port Canaveral. Middle Basin outbound for safety. Concern traffic come up on channel 12, Star of the Seas.
Good timing. Love to see it. Seashore is actually...
Secure take, now we're pilot board, Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas is preparing to get underway, Port Canaveral, Cruise Terminal 1 outbound for safety. Concern traffic come up on channel 12, Star of the Seas.
Sweet.
Secure take, now we're pilot board, Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas is dropping lines, getting underway, Port Canaveral. Middle Basin Cruise Terminal 1 outbound for safety. Concern traffic come up on channel 12, this channel, Star of the Seas.
There was almost a boat accident.
Paul Lee, pilot on the Star.
Paul Lee, we're south of the channel with the wires down.
Okay, understood. Wires are down. We're probably about 10 minutes from pushing off the dock, so they'll remain down the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Alrighty, everyone. So that was the pilot talking. MSC Seashore is actually early today. She's supposed to be pushing off around, actually right about now. She's originally scheduled for 5, so we'll see. Hopefully there's somebody testing a motorcycle for some reason here, right behind me, but hopefully that's not too bad or drowning us out. But she's now 4:15 if that holds up. But Star just said she's dropping lines. Wow. So yeah, pretty much right on time with some of the action here. I'm glad the noise cancellation is working here. I don't know what he's doing. So as of right now, Seashore should be technically first, but Star's already said she's dropping lines, so we may end up with back-to-back departures here at first. Disney Destiny's coming in today. She's scheduled for 6:15 at the dock.
MSC Seashore, preparing to get underway, West Basin, Port Canaveral, outbound for sea. Concern traffic, come up channel 12, MSC Seashore. Security, MSC Seashore, preparing to get underway, West Basin, Port Canaveral, outbound for sea. Concern traffic, come up channel 12, MSC Seashore. Security, the MSC Seashore, preparing to get underway, West Basin, Port Canaveral, outbound for sea. Concern traffic, come up channel 12, MSC Seashore.
Cool. But yeah, so Destiny is not until 6:45 at the dock, so we're probably going to have her around 6:15, passing by at least, and then Prima doesn't leave until 7 tonight, which is odd, but it's her first day back, so it's to be expected sometimes. Welton, hello, how's it going? Can't wait for Destiny, and I really hope the captain uses the horn a lot today. I'm hoping so. It's going to be dark when she gets here, so I don't know if they're going to allow that. That's my only concern, but I'm really hoping they do it anyways. Daylight savings and a 6:45 arrival definitely is going to play a factor into that. But I think Treasure did it last year when it was starting to get dark, so we may luck out. I would love to, because I know she has a couple new ones. I don't know what they are, though. Birds, what's good? She's not here yet, but she's going to be here later today. She's going to be here in about 2 hours from now. She should be coming in. She should be pretty much passing by in about 2 hours. Star of the Seas is here. She's the one that's all the way on your left-hand side of the screen here. The dark won't stop them from sounding the horns. I agree. I hope so. I hope so. Yes, I'll be here until... I'm pretty much going to stay for everything tonight. Prima is going to be last at 7 o'clock, but I'll be here for everything. I've got a full charge on the iPad, so we should be good to go for a long stream. Let's take a quick gander. I don't see any movement yet. We should be getting one moving any moment now. One of the first two. Yeah, I agree. I don't like daylight savings time. As much as it's nice to get an extra hour of sleep, I do not like it getting dark so early. I'm one of those people, as soon as it's dark, even if it's like 6 o'clock, if it's dark out, I'm ready for bed. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Gloomy and dark in NC, that stinks. Yeah, I guess you guys are further east, so it probably gets darker a little sooner. Any minute now, we should be getting something going. She's docking at Terminal E? Interesting. Leaving it as a surprise. Hopefully we catch that here then. If they do that tonight, I'll scream. Yeah, Destiny's 6:45 at the dock with a 5:45 pilot time. So we should be expecting her just about 2 hours from now exactly. So probably anywhere between 6:15, 6:30. Alrighty, Star and Seashore. Oh yeah, Captain Kate's ship floated out yesterday. Where's that even being built? I know it's super small, so I don't really know where they're even building it. Oh, they're gonna do them down there. That stinks. On Seashore. One of these two. Oh wait, they're all down there right now? Fincantieri? Oh, okay. Do I know how long Destiny will stay here? So she's here. There is somebody changing a baby in the shot there. That's gross. But Destiny's going to be here, and she's going to stay until Tuesday. Leave Tuesday. She'll be back Saturday. Thank you for awareness of a camera.
Sailboat Geronimo, Canaveral pilot on channel 16.
Okay, now we can move it back. So random to change a baby when there's a camera pointed towards you.
Good, are you underway? Sir Spud, I know you got the star, but if you can come this way and check out of here, that'd be great.
Will do. They're answering on channel 12 now.
Geronimo, Canaveral pilot aboard the cruise ship MSC Seashore.
Yeah, somebody's just like...
You cannot be maneuvering in that area. We're getting underway here. You need to head down to the south.
Out of there. I'll be out of here.
Roger, thank you. Standing by on channel 12.
Yeah, there's somebody driving a motorcycle.
See a star's born? It's baby. Okay. Do you start your stream yet?
Mm-hmm. They moved the ultimate. So are they calling it the ultimate class now? I thought it was Constellation class. Florida ship spotting, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks like it's an old Harley from what it looks like. And I'm not surprised they're going to Chantiers with that now. I guess that only makes sense. something happened to Joy yesterday or something? Yeah, I know. I don't. Seashore was. They were in such a hurry at first. They're like, "Hey, can you come? Can you come give us a pilot? Like right now, we're ready to go." And then they're like, "Okay, we'll get you somebody. You can go by 4:15." 4:15 rolls around, nothing. They even called that they were leaving at 4:15, and they have not left. Like they've called multiple times saying like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna leave now." Star is in fact off the dock. Her nose is off the dock at least. It's interesting. I didn't know they. I don't know why they would do fireworks.
Salesmanship, Canaveral pilot on Star of the Seas, channel 12.
It's true. Girls won't like it. Oh, get away from me. Don't you kiss me. Your teeth are ugly. Nope.
Motor vessel salesmanship, pilot on Star of the Seas, channel 16. Chip. Yeah, good afternoon. Channel 12, please. Chip on 12. Yeah, good afternoon. This is pilot on Star of the Seas. We're coming out right now. We'll be in the center of the channel. If you just want to hug that red side and get up in this basin, we'll pass you port to port. After that, you want me to stay starboard, correct? Yeah, get as tight on that red side as you can, please. And once you get past that buoy, you can start making your way up in this middle basin here, and we'll pass you port to port. Copy that, will do. We'll be on channel 12, Captain. The MSC Seashore is getting underway. On 12.
Destiny will have new horns. We don't know what they are. They have not announced them yet, but there are new horns. Apologies for the background noise. The noise cancellation in this microphone is getting its money's worth today. Yeah, should have a couple new horns at least. I don't know. I'm hoping they do them tonight. Not sure if they will, though. 5 to 6 new ones. Okay. Are they Marvel themed? Can I ask you that? Because I know Spider-Man is the one on the back, so I think she's a little bit more Marvel themed than the others. Ship to shore, what's going on? Okay, I just got I sent the list of the new horns. This is gonna be cool. I don't know if they're again if they do them tonight. This is gonna be awesome, but I know you're in chat. Can I leak that? The person that sent me that is in chat. If I can leak that, I'll do it. I think out of all the cruise lines that I don't want on the bad side, Disney's Disney's the one. So no surprise. Okay, I'll let you guys have the surprise then. They're pretty cool though. They're not Marvel themed like I thought. That's all I'll say. We'll leave it as a surprise for you guys. Hopefully they do them tonight. I thought a Spider-Man theme would have been really cool, but disappointing. These are actually so cool. I'm looking at the list again. These are really cool. Right, exactly. The event, some sort of like Avengers or something would have been really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to go down and Port Everglades and see her when she's down there too. We'll get some good content for you guys down there in Port Everglades this year. Alrighty, here we go. Star of the Seas. More secret ones. Okay. I'm gonna mute just in case because there's somebody playing copyrighted. Okay, we're good. Yeah, somebody was playing some really loud copyrighted music, and I did not want the stream getting flagged. Star's kind of taking her time, isn't she? Yeah, it would have been extra cheesy, but like it would have been cool though, right? You get Spider-Man on the back of the ship. Why wouldn't you do the Spider-Man theme, right? Oh, Superman. Superman. Same thing. Spider-Man, Superman. It's close enough, right? I can't read. I'll be filming the arrival of Star Princess Celebrity Excel in Port Everglades. Not the first arrivals. I'm just gonna try to get down there though soon. Next weekend, I think I'm gonna be here next weekend, but I have Wonder of the Seas. I'll be on board the weekend after that. But maybe after that cruise, maybe sometime in December, I'll try to get down there for the two of them. Oh, I'm so happy to have another Prima class down here. Part of me wishes it was Viva instead of Prima this year, just because that's the only one I haven't seen. Yeah, I love the Prima class though. They're all great ships. Alrighty. I missed this chat, but has Destiny arrived yet? No. She'll be here. She should be passing by here around 6 to 6:30 sometime. So not yet.
Canaveral, Harbor, Channel, at marker 6 red. Any concerned traffic, contact Marshall on 13 and 16.
Harbor Master, unit kilo.
Yes, sir. You by chance got an update up there?
Yeah, you see that pallet that they just took out of the truck? As soon as that's loaded, we're out of here. Forklift is there standing by. I guess they're, I don't know what they got to do there.
Disney Destiny, Canaveral Pilots, Channel 12. Good afternoon.
All right, I can't hold it, but they're talking to the Destiny right now.
Good copy. Pilot on arrival. Please rig port side ladder 1 meter above the water. Boarding speed 7 to 8 knots.
All right. 5:45 pilot time for the Disney Destiny.
Please be advised, the Star of the Seas is at the jetties now, and then MSC Seashore is will be departing around 1700. They'll be outbound.
Still no movement behind us on the seashore. Oh, and speaking of seashore, she sounded her horn just now.
Port at Marsec level 1, all your sweeps have been completed.
Okay, that was to Destiny. All right, let's catch up on chat here. Yes, so yeah, pilot time confirmed, 5:45 for Disney Destiny. It's very busy here, very busy.
I had to make a special bike rack and everything for that thing. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, Seashore's definitely off the dock now. We'll leave it on Star here just a few more minutes since she's in a pretty decent shot. Also, welcome in everybody, and apologies if I missed any chats. Yeah, late night arrival, bummer. Huge bummer. It's not. It's gonna be dark. What am I? Who am I kidding? It's gonna be dark for Destiny's arrival, but that's okay, I guess. I don't know why they showed up now, or like later on instead of showing up maybe at noon. Noon would have been a good arrival time. Star looks really good in this lighting, though. Alrighty. Alright, chat, time to spin you guys around. Here we go. Seashore underway. Do a little spin. I'm checking what you sent now. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, it's the atrium. That's cool. Oh, is that Black Panther as a statue? Yeah, the Dredger's finally gone. Disney Destiny scheduled to, she is going to be at the dock at 6:45. Her pilot time is 5:45, so she should be right here, probably 6:15 or so. Going on Star next month. Awesome. Have a great cruise. Coop. Disney Destiny christening going to be in Everglades. I think it's going to be Everglades on the 10th. Am I mistaken? Coop. That was a good game last night. I know it didn't go your way, but that was one heck of a World Series. I may or may not be wearing a Dodgers World Series t-shirt right now, though. Honestly, I don't know if anybody else here watches baseball, but I'm a huge baseball fan, and that World Series was one of the best of all times. Like, that was a good World Series. Like, both teams were really good. You are the enemy. I'm sorry, Coop. Still love you. Honestly, the fact that we had an 18-inning game and we also had Game 7 go all the way into extras as well, I mean, that's awesome. And like each of the 7 games were close. Christening November 10th at Fort Lauderdale. Okay, that's what I thought. For everybody here, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the stream. Helps us out. If you're enjoying what we do here. We do this every weekend. For anybody that's here just for Destiny, we do this every weekend. We just hang out here at Port Canaveral, or I'm going to try to get to different ports soon, but mostly Port Canaveral, and do these live streams just about every weekend. I definitely want to see Disney Destiny down in Fort Lauderdale, though. I think Fort Lauderdale is top of my list right now of places to go see. Thank you, Dimitri. Port Canaveral does have a very good winter lineup, if I do say so. I mean, this is like wave 1. This weekend was literally just wave 1.
Pilot on the MSC Seashore. Colonel. Just wanted to establish comms. Make sure you see us coming by.
Yes, sir. I'm waiting for y'all to pass, and then I'll get on the tow wire here. Follow up behind you.
Roger. Thank you.
1570 to 1 megahertz out.
Yeah, wave 1 is just, you know, we got Celebrity Apex and Explorer yesterday, and then we also have Prima today, and then Disney Destiny's not home ported here or anything like that, but it's, you know, at least we're getting the arrival of it today, which is really cool. But I think 2 to 3 weeks from now, we'll be getting Norwegian Joy, we'll be getting Carnival Venezia. I think there's Mardi Gras will be back next weekend. Love that, finally. Trying to think of who else. Sky Princess will be here soon. I think that's it. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great, great winter season. Yep, she was here on, Mardi Gras was here on Thursday. She's not going to be back until next weekend. She's on a 9-night right now. Yeah, finally she's back, though. She was gone so long, it felt like. I think half of it was just because of how slow it's been here in Canaveral lately. It's probably why it felt so long. Nice little golden hour, though. Bills versus Chiefs. Because of your loss last night, Coop, I'll say I'll pull for the Bills for you, but I ain't gonna be happy about it. Just because of your heartbreaking loss last night, I think you deserve something after that. Also, don't like the Chiefs, so I guess, yeah, I'm cool with it. Temperature's going down means the horns do better. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's true. Honestly, it's not as chilly as it was yesterday, although I dressed warm today, thinking it was. So, like, I'm in a long sleeve shirt and some long pants. But it was a little toasty earlier, but it feels good now. Freezing in Georgia, that stinks. If I can muster up enough footage, I'm gonna try to do a dedicated arrival video. Try to have it out tomorrow morning for Disney Destiny. So if you guys want to watch just like an edited video of today's show, then stay tuned. Yes, thank you, Corey. Yes, if you haven't already, subscribe. Helps out a lot. We do this every weekend. And leave a like. Yes, the algorithm has been brutal lately. Although it loves me with my discovery videos lately. I think I jumped like 6,000 views on that video just today alone, which has been great. But yeah, I agree. The YouTube algorithm has been kind of iffy lately.
Motor vessel Victory 1 is inbound Port Canaveral at buoys 5 and 6. We'll be turning in the middle basin, docking at cruise terminal number 2. Stand by, channel 12 for any concerned traffic. Victory 1 out.
I think that discovery video turned out pretty well, though. It definitely is doing well, but I think I might try to do more in that style just because it's doing well. Actually, I think my next idea right now, and I need to script it up, is going to be something about Disney Cruise Line and their expansion and all these new ships that they're doing. So if you're here for Destiny, you might have a pretty good video coming up soon as well. Thank you, Dimitri. I love you too. I gotta make some noise because there's somebody with music. Okay, we're good. Last thing I want is a good stream getting flagged. Has anybody here been on Seashore? Let me know in the chat. I can't look at chat right now because I'm filming the videos, but let me know in the chat. Have you sailed on MSC Seashore? Seashore has been doing the horn a lot lately, or more than usual, so hopefully we get a little bit of a show here. Where's the ultra wide here? Boom. That's a nice little golden hour photo. Love that. Love that. Caught me off guard, but love that. Man, they are bumping the music today. That's awesome. Honestly, for those who haven't been on MSC, MSC knows how to throw a good party. Their white party on their ships, I know Seascape was awesome. Seashores was different, but Seascapes was great. Speaking of the copyrighted music. I'm gonna mute it just in case, at least for a second. Okay, we're good. I appreciate your patience on that. Man, why didn't I start streaming sooner? This is fun. I like doing this. That is the get the F out of the way horn. If you guys were able to hear that. Somebody must have cut her off. We didn't go on World America that. Ooh, yes. I want to go on that one so bad. Am I live streaming for the Destiny arrival? Yes. She is going to be here probably within about 1 hour from now. I wouldn't be too surprised if they take the Seashore's pilot and take her over to Destiny. MSC of all crews on doing K-pop TV. Honestly, I'm not surprised. They got good taste in music, I'm not gonna lie. Also, we got a barge coming by here in a second that'll come into frame. If anybody likes barges. Destiny is on the horizon. Oh, wait, you can't see her in the shot here, can you? But yes, she is almost here. She's next. Timo time. Hello. Alrighty. As of right now, Destiny's just sitting right outside the channel. But Disney is next up. She should be picking up her pilot in about 30 minutes. So, yeah, that about lines up. So, Seashore's pilot should be getting off and right on to Destiny. Alrighty. I'm going to keep the camera pointed where it's at. Just because that's what we're going to be looking at next is Disney Destiny. She's going to be in that direction. Yeah, very nice barge, huh? I think that's from the dredger. Because they're dredging outside the channel. And then we still have Norwegian Prima still in port with us right now. She is slated for a 7 o'clock departure. So she's going to be heading out as soon as Disney Destiny docks. But we've got ourselves a fresh battery. We are preparing for Disney Destiny.
I saw Destiny out there on the map. It's going 15 knots out there. So I think it says it was in Vieira. So it should be like, I don't know how much miles it's from.
Mm-hmm.
So the last time I checked, and I did see it. But see, this seashore disappears by the bush. Now I'm going to look at the screen.
You're going on Destiny's maiden voyage. That's awesome. I would love to do that. Maiden voyage on a Disney ship would be really cool. I did the maiden voyage for Star of the Seas. That was one of the coolest things I've ever done out of all of my things that I've done here for this channel. But I think a Disney cruise would be really cool to do a maiden voyage for. You see Destiny?
That's for the walking part. Yeah, the walking part's the hard bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot darker. The sun's gone behind the clouds, so it's gonna get dark really quick. You think you see her? No, that's something else. Look far. Okay, so I see what you're talking about. Let me look at marine traffic. That could be her. So, apologies, but the image quality is going to get really bad. We're going to look like we're looking at a potato here. But, oh, just kidding, hold on. Sorry, this guy's famous now. Disney, there we go, okay. That thing right next to where, actually that tug is pretty much right in front of it. Those lights might be Destiny. I'm looking at it right now. I don't think that's her. No, that is not Destiny. Destiny's off to our south right now. She's off to our south. I don't know what that is. That looks to be... I think that's just a cargo ship that's way out there. But yeah, I see what you're looking at though. Marine traffic has her south of Cocoa Beach right now. So she's close, but she's not... That's not where she is, because the channel hooks down to the south. So she has to enter the channel from the south side and then head north and cut her way in. Yeah, it'll be a while before we even see her come around. Pamela, hello. Brandon, do you think Virgin will bring ships to Port Canaveral in the future? Love my video on Brilliant. So I have more from Brilliant Lady. It's kind of difficult to edit because that day was so hectic. But there's a lot of ideas I have with that, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, thank you. But I don't know if they're going to come to Canaveral. Canaveral doesn't have the space, for one. But two, I think they're doing just fine in Miami, and there's only 4 of them. Brilliant Lady is going to be over on the West Coast and in Alaska, so she's not going to be... They're only going to have like 1 to 2 ships here in Florida at any given time, so there's not really a need for them to go anywhere other than Miami, but I would like that. Where's Prima? She's over at Terminal 5. I'll spin you guys real quick, give you something to look at other than nothing. There is Norwegian Prima sitting back there, 7 o'clock departure, so as soon as Destiny docks, she should be pushing off, which is good. Very late today, though, which is kind of a bummer. Brilliant Lady was a very good ship. That gave me a lot of hope for the Discovery class from Royal Caribbean, because honestly, they did a lot with that size of a ship. For only 110,000 tons, that's something comparable in size to the Conquest from Carnival. And like, there's not much really going on with the Conquest class, but there's a lot to do, and there's a lot packed in to Brilliant Lady and those Virgin ships. So I think Royal Caribbean, if they really put the time and effort in, which is probably why we still haven't seen Discovery, I think we'll get something kind of small, but something really, really good in that size. 6:30 my time. Yes, 6:30 my time, so 5:30 Central. Star has left. She was the first out today. But I think my experience on Brilliant Lady gave me a lot of hope for a small Royal Caribbean ship from the Discovery class. Just because it's small doesn't mean there's not going to be a lot going on. I think Disney's smaller ships are going to replace Magic and Wonder. So I think that was their original idea. I don't think that they're planning on doing that anymore. I've heard a couple things. I don't know really what the plans are. Disney is super secretive, so anytime something gets out, anytime I hear anything leaked from Disney, I'm inclined to not believe it. Because if it got out from Disney, somebody has either been fired right away, or it's just a rumor and it probably isn't going to be legit. Just because of how tight they keep things on wraps, it's very, very rare that you get an actual true leak out of Disney. But from what I have heard, and again, I don't know how believable it is, but I think their original intentions with these new smaller ships, so they've got 2 more Triton class coming. They've got one that I think is going to end up replacing Wish on the 3s and 4s, but then the second one is going to go to Japan and do, and sail over there. But my GoPro's still running a time lapse. That's not good. But they have the other one going to Japan, and then they have the 3 new ones in the new class. And those are going to be about 100-ish thousand tons. They originally wanted them to replace Magic and Wonder, but I think they're just not ready to let those 2 go yet. Because I don't think they're going to sell them either. They're not going to sell them. I think they're just going to go, unfortunately, they might go straight to scrap because of how intensive it's going to take, intensive of a process it's going to take to convert those into just your everyday standard ship. Those those two ships are too iconic, and Disney being Disney, they'd rather just take their loss. Other Disney ships coming in or out other than Destiny? Not today. We had Treasure yesterday, but Destiny's the only one today. I won't be here tomorrow, but Wish will be here tomorrow. Disney will create a sister ship for adventure and focus on bigger ships at the moment. I don't think that. Disney doesn't like big ships. I think this was their adventure was their quick and easy and cheap way into the Asia market. But they don't necessarily care for the larger ships. I think this was kind of a one-time deal. Now, Global Dream, now Disney Adventure, that did have a sister ship at one point. It was under construction, but it was not... Somebody's alarm's going off. But that was their... there was a second ship in that class that was going to come, and it was under construction. But unfortunately, when the cruise line had gone under, no pun intended there, and they had gone bankrupt, and they were looking to sell the Global Dream, the second one was still under construction, but it was only like a couple blocks, so it made 0 sense to continue building it, so they scrapped it. Stars passing Destiny. Oh, all right. Awesome. But yes, that was their cheap, easy way into the Asia market, and they had been looking to go into the Asia market for a long time already at that point. So now Disney Adventure in itself is a very interesting ship because of the entire life cycle of that ship so far. That ship started construction, I think to my knowledge, it was either ordered or started construction in 2016. So that ship will be under construction for almost a span of 10 years before it finally takes its first passengers. So honestly, it's a video idea of mine that I might try to get out in the future, or probably relatively soon, but I'd love to talk about it. But Disney Adventure, on paper, has been under construction for almost 10 years, which is unbelievable to think about.
Destiny's passing star now.
Do I think Adventure comes stateside? Yeah, so actually it was supposed to, not as a home port, but it was going to take the long way around to get to Singapore. She was actually scheduled to be here in Canaveral on the 23rd, but obviously that never happened. She's very late now, so I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore. But I think they might still do, the long way around and get her over to LA for a little bit. But yeah, she was originally supposed to be here on October 23rd. Before that delay was announced. But honestly, that ship, I've seen photos of it. It's not really anywhere close to being done from what I'm aware of. Now, it's a lot of scaffolding, so it doesn't take a whole lot of time to take down and things like that. Like, they are getting to the final stages of it, but I don't, they're going to be right down to the wire with that March delivery date. I'd love to see her, though. I mean, that's one incredible looking ship. And just like the cruise nerd in me would just love to see that ship, just because, like I mentioned, like the whole history of Disney Adventure, starting out as Global Dream. It was originally for Star Cruises, and it was a global, Genting Global Dream. Then, of course, now, went bankrupt and sat around for like 2 years, went up to auction. Disney bought it. Disney's been working on it now for like 3 years now. I mean, like, I'd love to see that ship just like from the nerd side of it, just like seeing it because of all that thing has been through so far. Do I want to sail on Beachcomber? Yeah, okay. Beachcomber looks amazing. Absolutely. I've been very hesitant to try Margaritaville, especially because of Paradise, but Islander has been doing really well, and I'd like to try her. But I've never sailed with Margaritaville before, but Beachcomber looks fantastic. Rumors of the MSC Ultimate class are real, bigger than... Okay, yes, those are real. Everything that you've heard about those, believe it. LA in the house. Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers, baby. But yes, anything you hear about a new class coming from MSC that's going to be larger than Icon, believe it. I've heard everything between... I've heard 265 seems to be what I'm hearing the most. So that's what I'm inclined to believe, but I've heard anything between 260 to 270, maybe 275 at the most. But yes, anything about the upcoming ships from MSC being larger than Icon, absolutely. World Africa. So that's what I'm worried about with the names. I don't know what they're going to do with all these new names. Because honestly, World Africa would be a horrible name. World Antarctica is just dumb. So I'll say it, I guess, because I don't think it's going to be... Oh, my car needs to be washed so bad. It looks rough. But World Oceania was a thing. I was originally told at one point that World Atlantic was supposed to be Oceania going to Australia. So I think that's still a possibility. Can't tell, is that blurry dot on the horizon Destiny? No, that is not Destiny. That seems to be a cargo ship of some sort. Destiny's just to our south, though. Yes, I have heard World Pacific as well. I think Oceania and Pacific are probably going to be 5 and 6. Those are the best names for 5 and 6. Not you. Honestly, I'm just a big baseball nerd in general. I have family ties to the Dodgers, so I follow them a lot, but my family also, like, half of my family is there, the other half's Yankee fans, so it's fun. Last year was fun. Yeah, I don't know what the naming scheme for the Ultimate class will be. I don't know if they're going to do, just like MSC blank, or if they're going to do MSC, Ultimate, X, or whatever, they end up going with. But yeah, the Ultimate class should be pretty amazing to see. From everything I've heard, they are going to be the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen. I haven't seen any photos or renderings of it, but if I do, I cannot share them, but I will at least maybe tease it. No name on the new Triton class so far, no. But I think, I don't know, but I think she's going to replace Wish. Because Wish is going to Europe. But no, nothing for the new Triton class that's under construction. And of course, the 5th one is going to go to Japan. What do we think of names on those, though? I'm thinking maybe Explorer. Disney Explorer, Explorer, Imagination. I've always thought those are 2 good names for Disney. Wish is going to Europe. I think in 27. It's for her dry dock. Her 5-year dry dock is surprisingly pretty soon. Dang, we got over 100 people watching. This is awesome. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe. We do this every weekend. We've got a lot of really good stuff here coming from Port Canaveral pretty soon, and other Florida ports. But yeah, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe if you're new. And leave a like. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying the stream. Waiting to see the next 2 Prima class. I heard... All right, read between the lines here. I've heard that Prima class number 5 will have a lot of aura. I'll let you read between the lines on that. Don't go running with that, because I don't know. That's not official, and they could change it any second now. So it's funny. So don't quote me on that, but that's what I've been told as of right now, and that could be announced any minute now, or any day now. But, because I also was told that the second one was going to be Norwegian Bella, and that was a week before they announced it was Viva. And the person that told me goes, yeah, they changed it literally yesterday. That's a good ship to shore. That's a good guess. I don't know what gives you that idea, but I think that's a good guess. Arriving in 10. So I don't think she's arriving in 10 minutes, but she should be picking up her pilot any minute now. They confirmed it was Aura. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I was told, the person that told me this said it literally is going to be any day now that they're going to announce that. So honestly, I might even get a video ready to go and just have it post the day they announce it. It wouldn't be the first time I've done that. I think it was Jubilee. It was Jubilee. I did that. I literally was like one of the first videos to go out announcing that Jubilee, and it was going to go to Galveston. It's literally because somebody told me like the day before, and I had the video ready to go and just posted it that morning. You know what Costa's plans are? So they're interesting because they're trying to get rid of a lot of their older ships, but that's like all they have is older ships. All they have is older ships, but I know they're working right now with, you know, now it's gonna, because I know they were trying to move it over to Meyer Turku because they're working on a smaller class, like 120-ish thousand tons. And that it was going to be a split project between Costa and AIDA. They were going to have, 2 ships for each of them. But now that Meyer Turku has that agreement with Royal, they can't. So because they don't want to use Fincantieri, but they may have to. MSC will use hydrogen for the next class. They promised a while back carbon neutral by 2050. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of green initiatives with that next class. I wouldn't be surprised. whether you're for or against, and believe it or whatever, like whatever your stance is, like it's pretty cool seeing them come out with these technologies when it comes to fueling ships. What's wrong with Fincantieri? Carnival Corporation wasn't too happy on the results of Sun Princess and Star Princess, specifically when it came to the delivery. They delayed the ship by close. They delayed Sun Princess by close to a month when she was being built, and then they delivered the ship and it still wasn't finished. And just Carnival wasn't too. They were not too happy about that. So they've been looking to pull their business, but we'll see. They should buy a Vista or Dream Class. Those aren't for sale is the issue. They're too new, way too new. But I know they are looking at something larger. They're not going to be building anything from scratch anytime soon. I think maybe they're probably going to buy 2 more ships before they build anything new. And the advantage of buying ships right now instead of building new ones for Margaritaville is that they're able to get the ships quick. They're not having to wait, multiple years like some of these new cruise lines are, like MSC, Royal Caribbean, and things like that, because the shipyards are backed up. There's so many ships on order right now. It's unbelievable. Disney is using Meyer Papenburg. They're like one of the only people using them right now other than Carnival with the 2 XL class that are coming. We are good on battery life. Very good. Very good. Which is unfortunate because Meyer Papenburg is one of the best shipbuilders out there. It's just because they're so limited in size and what they can build now that nobody's going to be building ships there soon. 3 NCL ships are on sale. So I know they're getting rid of Sun and Sky. Those are gone. Well, not gone, but they're gone soon. They're going to be sold off, over the next 2 years. I don't know what the other ones are, but I've heard there might be more, but I don't know. I don't think they're getting rid of anything else at the moment, but they might be. So Disney Adventure was built in Meyer-Werften, but pronounced that with a German accent. But they were actually owned by Genting, who were building, the Global Dream. Genting owned that shipyard, and so Papenburg Papenburg is staffing that shipyard until they finish the Adventure, and then they're going to close it down, to my knowledge. Yeah. Hold on, I think we got something on the radio. Destiny's moving at 6 to 9. Yes, so she's picking up the pilot as we speak. iPhone 1%. Yeah, I've got it sitting on a charger right now. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're sitting at about 50-ish% on the iPad here filming, so stream is in good shape for now. The sun has set, so it is going to get dark very quickly here. Pilots on board.
Yeah, good evening, Captain. This is the pilot on the Disney Destiny. We are inbound, approaching buoy stream 4 right now, just checking on your wires.
Yeah, we're out of the channel, wires are down.
Out of the channel, wires are down. Very good, thank you. And we will have outbound at 1900.
1900, okay, thank you.
All right. Disney Destiny is officially inbound. Sweet. You know what they're doing with Goddess of the Night, which is Costa Magica? No, I have no idea. So she's inbound, but it's going to be probably another 20-ish minutes before she even comes around the corner. The channel goes out pretty far, so we're still a while. Are they planning a successor to Queen Mary? That is a really good question. I think that's my favorite question of the night, to be honest with you. I have no idea, but that's a really good question. I mean, that's an iconic ship. I don't think she's similar to Disney Magic and Wonder. They're not gonna sell that off. I think that unfortunately that ship is gonna go straight to scrap, or I guess in the case of Queen Mary 2, she would go to a museum of some sort, but that is a fantastic question. I have no clue, but there are so many possibilities, but she's getting old. She's getting up there in age. She's gonna be retired probably the next 10 years. I feel like Queen Mary too. That is such a big ship to be putting in a museum, though. Modern version of the SS United States. That's such a tragedy that ship is, going to be just like sunk as a reef. I mean, that was the only logical thing to do, though, is sink it, unfortunately, but. I would have loved to have that ship, get saved and at least not even modernize it to where it could take passengers, but get it into good enough shape to become a, some sort of museum of some sort. Just, interesting. Yeah, like a floating hotel, like QE2. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm going to check marine traffic. What are we looking at? Disney Destiny. Honestly, we may end up with okay lighting. She's passing the seashore right now. And doing 13 knots. She's close. She's close, chat. She's close. We're getting there. Crazy how fast the United States was moving while being towed. Yeah, the fact that that ship could do... Okay, for those who didn't know, the United States could do 40 knots in reverse. Can you believe that? Can you imagine a cruise... Like, well, I mean, it's an ocean liner, but... Do you imagine a ship that big going 40 knots in reverse? Where's my radio? Okay, there's my... Oh, it's in my chair. We're good. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Wow, we're at almost 150 people here. That's amazing. Leave a like on the stream. If you guys are enjoying this, be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. Helps out a lot. Tells YouTube to recommend this to more. And subscribe. We do this every weekend here in Port Canaveral. Still holds the transatlantic speed record. Exactly. Like the fact that it's been so long. I mean, I'm sure we could top it if we tried to, but like that's tough for something that large to be going as fast as it could. We got their pilot boat coming back in. But the fact that they were able to do like get a ship to go that fast back in the 60s, unbelievable. Oh, come on, please focus. Please. Good enough. Yeah, that is the new pilot boat. That's a really cool pilot boat. It looks really good. I think they have one... I think one's down for maintenance right now. They got one down for maintenance, the other one's being used, but that's their main one now. That's the new one. Let's see. All right. She is about... I would say she's about maybe 4 miles or so, doing about 15 knots. So she'll be here really soon. I think Disney will place something on a permanent basis over in Europe. That's a good question. I guess at some point, probably. The thing with Europe is that it's a seasonal location. Obviously, we have like Costa and MSC that will put ships over there year round, but it does get really cold over in Europe, in the Mediterranean, and obviously up in the Northern Europe with like the Baltics, and like UK and things like that. So that's usually why we get a lot of these European-based ships, or a lot of ships will come from Europe over to the Caribbean for the winters. So I don't know if they would do something year-round, but it could definitely happen. They're going to go from... So in 2021, they had 4 ships. by, I think, 2033 or 2035, they're going to have like 13. They're going to triple their fleet size within the span of about 10 years. But what Disney's doing right now is incredible. Again, I want to do a video on that soon. Within the next 2 weeks, I want to have a video out just talking all about Disney's big expansion. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to start probably working on that maybe sometime this week or next. And the similar style to what I just did with the Discovery video, but will the Destiny be in front at some point? Yes, she's going to pass right in front of us. This channel here where we're sitting right by, she's going to be right in front of us, probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you for doing the live stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is amazing. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. This has been so much fun. Nope, that's Coast Guard. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do these live streams like this earlier. This has been great. Using takes from Discovery video, design a concept for Discovery. Okay. If you're doing that like through like Photoshop or whatever it is, I want to see that. If you could DM that to me on Instagram, that would be cool. I definitely want to see that. That sounds really cool. Honestly, I've seen a lot of fan concepts of that ship, of Discovery class. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't think anybody knows. I don't think Royal Caribbean's even finalized a design for that. So it's very possible that, like, you know, they're still working on it as of right now. But I'm excited to see what the Discovery class from Royal turns out to be. I always wave to onlookers from a ship, but never. I was the same way, honestly. Growing up, I was always the one on the ship. But I moved to Florida, you know, several years ago, and like this is my favorite thing to do is come watch the ships leave. Like this is all not everything I do on this channel, but like that's what I do on a pretty consistent basis is always ship spotting like this. It is so much fun. It's so neat, just like watching these things go by. Jaco, hello. Interesting. Destiny is visiting Port Canaveral for non-direct to Port Everglades. Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad she is. I mean, it's going to be probably another month or so before I get a chance to see her down in Fort Lauderdale. We still have one more ship going out after Disney Destiny arrives, by the way. Bummed that Disney Adventure was delayed because we would have been doing this several weeks ago, the same exact thing several weeks ago for Adventure, but she unfortunately has been delayed until March. Disney Adventure is going to go to Singapore, but she was going to take the long way around. There was a scheduled stop here in Canaveral. If you guys want to see like an edited, you know, pretty edited version of all of this that we're about to see here with Destiny coming in, I'm going to try to have that video edited and out tomorrow morning. So stay tuned. Probably noon by the latest, you'll see that video out. So again, the whole thing that I've really been doing on this channel for the longest time has been videos, but I love doing this streaming stuff now too. It's been a lot of fun. Mood in Europe for DCL is underwhelming. Yeah. It's because they're so expensive, I feel like. It's a very expensive cruise line. And I get it, it's Disney, so it's to be expected. But, you know, European cruises are already expensive enough. And I think their main market, obviously, is going to be people here in the U.S., which have to travel and expend a lot more money just to get over here in the first place, or over there in the first place. So that's to do, yeah, so Destiny has a Coast Guard inspection at 7 p.m. So she docks at 6:45. She will be docked by 6:45. And then, yeah. Maybe in a few years she'll be up here. I wouldn't be surprised. Pulling around the corner. Is she? Yep, she should be rounding the corner any minute now. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. All right, here we go. Here we go, chat. We're getting close. All right. I won't be chatty as much as she's coming by, just because I will be filming the actual thing, but of course I'll be moving the camera along and all that. So if I fall behind on all the chats, I apologize, but I appreciate you guys chatting with each other here and supporting the stream. Coming to get husband off the oh, that's awesome. He's on board. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, I see her. I see her. She's going to be in shot here for you guys. I can't really move the tripod much, but she's coming around the corner like right now. Actually, you know what? Let me move the tripod. We're going on an adventure, chat. She's going to be coming into the shot right here. It's just going to be crooked because, oh God, that looks bad. All right, she's coming into frame. I see her. Here we go. All right, place your bets in chat. Are we getting horns tonight or not? There she is. There she is, Disney Destiny. Oh, there's somebody standing right in front of me. Great. God, these bugs are huge tonight. Ooh, that is a really good photo. Disney Destiny.
Is it early?
It's the brand new one. It's just on its way here from the shipyard.
I thought it was 6:45.
That's the dock time, is 6:45. Yeah. Battery, surprisingly, is already almost dead. right.
Ow. That stuff biting me.
Yeah, the bugs are brutal tonight. They're everywhere. All right, back to where we started, chat. Here we go, coming around the corner. Welcome in, everybody. Be sure to leave a like as she comes by. The brand new Disney Destiny. And again, we still have one more ship coming in, or coming out after this one. We have Norwegian Prima still set to set sail, but of course, most of you are probably here to see Disney Destiny, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. Ah, these bugs are bad. Oh, no, you're fine. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Apologies if the lighting is not ideal, but that's okay. I hope you guys are all enjoying the stream. Again, leave a like if you're enjoying it, having a good time. Subscribe. We do this every weekend. We stream these arrivals, departures here in Port Canaveral every weekend, so I hope you guys are enjoying and having a good time, and subscribe for more stuff. I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but she's doing some sort of like lighting effect up top. Alright, let me catch up on chat here, and then I'm done with my filming. Again, apologies if I've missed anything in chat.
Port Canaveral Harbor Master, this motor vessel CL Contigo. Engine mobilization resumed, sir. Main engine tested, sir. All found satisfactory.
Yes, thank you everybody that's been hanging out here. This has been awesome. I'm glad you guys were able to catch this with me. Again, I do this every weekend, so if you guys like cruising, streaming and things like that, I do this just about every weekend here in Port Canaveral, and I'm going to try to do this in more cruise ports as well throughout Florida this year as well. I think I'm going to try to get down to Fort Lauderdale soon to see her Disney Destiny, along with a couple other new ones that are down there this year. But I'm glad you guys were able to do this and hang out with me tonight. This has been so much fun. Again, we still have one more ship coming out so far. We still have the Norwegian Prima that is setting sail for just a regular 7-night cruise. She's that little blue dot all the way in the back corner, if you can see that. But she's actually setting sail around 7 o'clock once she docks. So, if you guys want to stick around, of course, I know probably a lot of you here were for Disney Destiny, but if you want to hang around, I'd love to have you. Tyler, hello, welcome. Podcast producer, Mr. Tyler. Yeah, I wish we got more horns, but that's okay. It's so dark out, and it's getting late, so I'm not surprised that they're not doing too many. We need to do another podcast soon. Tyler, are you free this week for a podcast? Always perfect. All right, let me think of a topic for this week. We'll do a podcast. I'll think of a topic. We'll try to do a podcast one day this week. Need Nick back on the podcast? I could ask him. I could definitely try to get with Nick and see if he's available. And Norwegian Prima setting sail in about 30 minutes. So for those who want to stick around, hang out for the rest of the sailaways tonight, we've got one more ship. Oh boy, is it dark though. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the stream now on my phone. Sheesh. The Disney Destiny, that's the little glowing moving spot there on kind of like the left center side of your screen. That's Disney Destiny right there. But she's set to dock in probably the next 15 minutes or so. Mosquitoes are brutal tonight. And being attacked. Oh, your boy's getting pretty hungry though. Ooh. Buy a center console, go to the Bahamas to ship spot. That would be cool.
CTA gangway, harbor master. Yes, sir. The gangway forward and in place. Roger that. Visual first.
Why doesn't Carnival Corporation invest in an American shipyard? That has to do a lot with costs. It would be extremely expensive, and it's also very difficult. It's just not something that Americans are very good at, apparently, is building cruise ships. We tried building Pride of America with Norwegian. We tried, and I think we had to like halfway build it, and it like partially sank, and then we had to just like ship it over to Europe to be finished. But a lot of it is cost, but there's a lot of other factors that go into it though. But sailing on Disney Destiny November 28th. All right. Very nice. Have a great cruise. All right. I know it's dark, but we've got one more ship soon. One more ship. Yeah, exactly. American wages is like the highest. That's like the biggest thing. A podcast idea. You're Mr. Pilot and Mr. Maritime. So, if you think we can talk about why Americans don't build ships, we could do that for a podcast this week. I'm getting so hungry. Talked about it in class last week. Ethan, yes, the Destiny has come in already. That's kind of her, if you can kind of see in the back. But yeah, if you want to rerun the stream, you can. She came in not too long ago. You just missed it. And we're waiting on one more ship, so I know we were close to 300 people here at one point, but you know, if anybody wants to stick around, we've got one more ship. Norwegian Prima is heading out pretty soon once she finishes docking. Honestly, with Prima being down there, I might take you guys on a little adventure, and I can probably head down to that west basin. That way we can get a better look at her. She'll probably still be spinning at least, but we can get Prima coming off the dock from a different place. It'll take me a couple of minutes to get down there, though. Oh, I hear her doing horns. Darn it. That would have been the place to watch. Ugh, that sucks. I wish I would have seen her coming from there, actually, now. Yeah, that's true. At this point, like, I've got a good spot. It's really dark. You can't see anything, but at this point, it's a good spot. So... at this point, that would be just risking, you know, not being in a good location. I just don't want to miss anything from Prima. Or is her horns quiet? She's like a good mile away from here now. She's way back in the west basin of the port. I can try to zoom in. I don't think it's going to be very good, though. Is that any better? That's a little bit better. Might sit in the car here for the next few minutes at least to get out of these mosquitoes. She's turning around though right now. Yeah, I can hear it again. That's a kind of a bummer that we can't hear it all the way out, like, can't pick it up, but... I'm hoping Prima kind of makes it quick. Yeah, that was a place to hear all the horns is down there. Dang. That's a bummer. Were you guys barely able to hear that? They just did Grim Grinning Ghosts. I think I just heard a new one. I don't think the microphone's going to pick it up, unfortunately, but I think I just heard one of the new horns. See you later. Have a good one. All right, chat. Prima should be hopefully moving relatively soon. Am I gonna have the horns? The ones that I have here, yes. I don't really want to take anybody else's footage and with the horn sounds, but yeah. I'll put as many horns in there as I can, though. She didn't do too many coming by here, which is kind of unfortunate, but she's doing a ton down there.
Oh my God, if I got home with no berry,
Oh, geez.
I'd have been dead meat. Thank you.
Have a good one. Little kid almost left his bear behind. Ugh. I don't know how good this Prima footage is going to come out, but I guess it's better than nothing, right? All right, we're getting closer. Almost ready for the last one. to sit in the car, get eaten by mosquitoes out there. And hopefully about 10 more minutes until we get our last ship of the day. Found some POVs. They have Kuna Matata, Go to the Distance. Okay, Go to the Distance is one of the new ones that I had seen prior to her coming in. And Cruella de Vil, that was another one. There's not too many people, so I guess at this point I can't leak it. It's already done. So it has all the ones that Treasure had, plus some exclusives to exclusives to Destiny is Go the Distance, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Be Prepared. Ooh, that's cool. Cruella de Vil, the Avengers main theme. Okay, so that is there. That's cool. And then Friends on the Other Side. And then there's the seasonal horns of This Is Halloween, I Have a Little Dreidel, Jingle Bells, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and Joy to the World. Those are all of the horns for Disney Destiny other than what Treasure has. So all of those. And then there's When You Wish Upon a Star, Dream is a Wish, Be Our Guest, Hi Diddle Dee, Small World, Yo-Ho, Do You Want to Build a Snowman, Star Wars, Whole New World, Don't Talk About Bruno, How Far I'll Go, Remember Me, You're Welcome, and then Grinning Ghosts. That's all the horns that Destiny has. She didn't get the Christmas horns. I know she didn't do them for the Christmas cruise, but I remember she did test them at least. But yeah, hopefully she does them this year though, if she does have them.
Security, Victory 1, outbound for sea, Terminal 2, Port Canaveral. Stand by 1612. Security, Victory 1, outbound for C, Terminal 2, Port Canaveral. Standing by 1216.
All right, so the casino boat's coming out. Alrighty, Prima. Any minute now would be lovely.
Security. Prima's dropping lines.
Prima is dropping lines.
Do that. Security, Norwegian Prima, dropping lines, getting underway from Port Canaveral, west base and bound for C. Concern traffic, come up channel 12, Norwegian Prima.
Caleb, get ready. Come on, Prima. I'm hungry. That's the casino boat. Just at Port Canaveral about an hour and a half ago, saw Star and Seashore. Yeah, those are really nice ships. It's always good to see them. They're pretty much the typical Sunday ships now, which is awesome. But unfortunate that Prima is leaving so late today. She normally won't. She usually is going to leave at like 4:30. Thank you all for hanging out, though. I know we're back down to only about 30 people, but thanks for hanging out, waiting on this last ship with me. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's cool. I always love hearing stuff like that. Thank you. We are on the road to 16,000 subscribers. We are almost there. We're only 80 away. That's awesome.
Good evening, Victory 1. Evening, Cap. I'm looking at you here shortly. Looks like 2 whistles, and we got the wires down for me. We'll see just a couple of minutes.
Oh, Prima is moving. Prima is, in fact, moving, finally. You can kind of see the blue stripe over on the right center of the screen here, going behind one of those silos. So she's moving, finally. And there's also the casino boat coming out. I don't think I'm going to even try to get a TikTok out of this because my phone's not going to get very good footage of it. But I'll at least record it for YouTube, though. Disney Destiny do a live stream like Disney did last year for Disney Treasure. I don't know what they're doing today, but I know on the 10th, November 10th, I'm down in Fort Lauderdale when she's in her new home port. They're going to do the christening ceremony and the naming ceremony for the ship. So I believe they're going to do a live stream for that. Disney will, at least. Port Canaveral is not the home for Disney Destiny. Today's just kind of a stop for media and cast previews for Disney cast members. But she is actually going to be home ported down in Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, which is the first time they've ever done that. At least not putting a brand new ship in Port Canaveral. Interesting move, but I guess it makes sense. They got a brand new terminal down there. They're kind of trying to expand themselves and get into these different markets or different home ports here in the Caribbean. Hopefully it wasn't your favorite Oasis class ship. No, I guess you missed... You haven't missed Prima, but you missed Star, Seashore, and Disney Destiny arriving. And no, I won't be on Disney Destiny, unfortunately. I wish. I actually do have tours, so not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, so the weekend of the 14th, I think it is. I'll be cruising on board Wonder of the Seas, but then the weekend after that, I do have a ship tour of both Norwegian Joy and Norwegian Prima so that Saturday and that Sunday. So I'll have tours of both of those ships coming up pretty soon, and Wonder as well. But unfortunately, no Disney tours. I'd love to tour a Disney ship or sail on one. I have that, I have Wonder, the 2 ship tours, and then in January I'll be on an MSC Grandiosa. And then Norwegian Luna in April. All right, finally coming down the channel. I'm still sitting in the car for now. Too many mosquitoes. Once she gets a little bit closer, I'll hop out. Martha, thank you so much. Yeah, this has been a fun stream so far. I appreciate you guys all hanging out. I know I guess now we finally got a little bit of action again, but, most people are here just for Disney, but it's been really fun. What time is Disney Destiny leaving? We don't know as of right now, but she does leave on Tuesday. I'm just not sure of the time. The port schedule has her just as a placeholder time at the moment, as a kind of like a to be determined departure time, basically, right now for Tuesday afternoon, though. Favorite Oasis class is Wonder. Yeah, that's a fantastic ship. She looks. I like her a lot better than Utopia just because of the lack of those bridge wing suites. I'm not a fan. She on the far left. So Prima is. Yeah, she's on the left. If you can kind of see almost like a blue dot in the center to left of your screen, that's the Prima, and then the 2 red dots in the center, that's the Disney Destiny. Right. Yeah, she came in, I guess she pulled around just about a little bit under an hour ago, 30 minutes to an hour ago. But she just finished docking as the Prima came around the corner or started pushing off. It is. I'm actually sitting inside my car right now because I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. But yeah. I'm going to hop out of the car here in a second, though. Should I? I guess like in another 2 minutes or so, I'm going to hop out. It's the nice part about this wireless mic that I've got here. Everything's set up and still outside. Outside, I'm just chilling in here. That's what I should have done last week for the. If I'd had something to keep the iPad dry. Yes, so it'll likely be staff. Some staff will be getting on, and then there's also going to be cast member that just get previews of the ship. Sometimes they'll do that with new stuff or new ships. They'll have, a lot of the Disney cast members from Disney World will come in and they'll get to check out the ship. Oh, God, that light was bright. Oh, I'm going to get out of the car. Oh, yeah, perfect timing. For my next trick as I get out of here, the spot that I'm in today has a really large dip from where the pavement meets this little grassy area. And my car scraped getting in. So for my next trick, I'll get it out of here without scraping it again. I know. The crazy part is by the time we spin this around, when the ship goes by, it's gonna be pitch black that direction. There's literally just no light out there. Making my preparations for heading out. Alrighty. It's nice to see this ship again. She hasn't been here in about 2 years. I do want to come out on Tuesday, but Tuesday the ships just leave way too late. I don't know when Destiny's going to leave, but I have a friend that'll be on MSC Meraviglia. I haven't met him, but he's been a long time friend, so I'd like to meet him out here. It's just a long drive from Orlando, and it's going to be a 9 o'clock departure for that ship, so I don't know if I'll make it out for that. Three horns? Yeah. She only did 3 here, but she did a ton back in the basin. There's a few people having a good time. Do not shine a flashlight on the ship. What the heck are you doing? That'll get the Coast Guard to show up. Here she goes. Zoom just a hair. Welcome back, Corey. Welcome back. Probably wrap it up here in just a second, but this has been fun. This has been an amazing stream. And we'll do this every weekend. So for those who are new, definitely subscribe if you want to catch all these live streams. It won't be as dark, hopefully next time. But yeah, this has been amazing. Leave a like on the stream, subscribe, all that fun stuff. All right, everyone, that'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream off here. Hope you guys had fun. Again, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff if you're new. We'll do this every weekend going forward here at Port Canaveral. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try to have a Disney Destiny arrival video out tomorrow morning. I'm going to do my best. No promises at some point tomorrow, at least. But yeah, thanks all for hanging out, and we'll see you next weekend.